com.
Hello, and welcome to another evening of Treasures from the Disney Vault with me, Leonard Maltin. I'm especially happy to introduce our first two movies tonight because I saw them when they were new at my local theater in New Jersey and remember how my friends and I responded to them. Back in 1961, it was unusual for an entire movie to be built around special effects. That's what made The Absent-Minded Professor so appealing, especially to us kids. A lot of credit goes to Fred Macmurray, who was completely convincing as the title character, a man so oblivious to anything outside his lab that he forgets to show up for his own wedding. Macmurray had been a leading man since the 1930s, but The Shaggy Dog and this film renewed his movie career and made him a Disney and fan favorite. The film was shot in black and white because Walt's special effects wizards thought they could hide all their trickery better that way than in a color movie. Now, today we take visual effects for granted, but in the early 60s there was no digital technology to do something as basic as removing wires when an actor goes flying. Everything you see in this film was state-of-the-art and sleight of hand. Because the highlight of the movie is a basketball game, we thought we'd kick things off with a terrific Goofy cartoon from 1946 called Dribble. And here we go.
Energy takes on many forms. Example, what do we know of acoustical energy? It was discovered by a famous scientist, right? Wrong. We must give full credit to an Italian tenor who one night was singing an aria in a Milano pizza parlor. You all know the story, how he hit a high note and the sound waves shattered a wine glass on the other side of the room. Well, watch me and I will show you acoustical energy at work.
Breakthrough in science, do you feel you still have other worlds to conquer?
I do.
Just so there's no doubt about it, would you mind repeating that?
I do.
With pleasure and a deep sense of accomplishment, I now pronounce you man and wife.
Not subtle, I grant you, but The Absent-Minded Professor was a big crowd pleaser. Writer-producer Bill Walsh surrounded Fred Macmurray with a cast of expert comic actors. Almost everyone who appears in this film, however briefly, is a Hollywood veteran, including Ed Wynn as the fire chief. In real life, he was the father of Keenan Wynn, who plays Alonzo Hawk. The elder Wynn had voiced the Mad Hatter in Disney's Alice in Wonderland a decade earlier, and went on to become a kind of good luck charm for Walt, culminating in his performance as Uncle Albert in Mary Poppins. Tommy Kirk was a Disney discovery who worked on the Mickey Mouse Club and a host of feature films, including Old Yeller. Nancy Olson, who plays Professor Brainerd's long-suffering fiancée, later made a cameo appearance when the studio remade this film with Robin Williams in 1997 and called it Flubber. Now, Walt Disney himself was not a fan of remakes or sequels, but even he couldn't resist trying to duplicate the success of this comedy hit. And that's what led to Son of Flubber, which is coming up next.